Hi, I'm Vanessa from SpeakEnglishWithVanessa.com. No problem. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the fourth video in the series Back to Basics. Because this month, July 2017, is the month that my baby will be born, I thought we could go back to the beginning of English, go back to basics, and talk about some important fundamental elements of English conversation. So, if you would like to get all of these expressions all together from the whole series, plus a sample dialogue, I have a free gift for you, kind of a baby gift for you. This is a free PDF guide, so you can download all of these expressions plus the dialogue. There's a link in the description below this video, or you can download it up here. I want to give this to you to help you remember and review these. Let's talk about what you should say if someone says thank you to you. Let's imagine that you're really happy with this Back to Basics video series, and you write a comment that says, Vanessa, thanks so much for making this series. How can I respond to you? Well, we've got a couple different expressions. Some are more formal, some are less formal. So let's just start at the beginning and go to the other expressions as well. The first two expressions are a little more formal, and it's okay to use these when you're responding to someone in a more professional situation. You could say, you're welcome. You are welcome. This is the most typical response that you probably learned in elementary school. Thank you. You're welcome. And we use this in daily conversation, but it does feel a little more formal. So later we'll talk about informal expressions that you can use in other situations. So we could say, you're welcome. Or if you said, Vanessa, thanks so much for this free PDF guide. I really appreciate it. I could say, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And you can say this as well. It's my pleasure. If you did something for someone else, and really it wasn't a big deal for you, you enjoyed doing it, you wanted to do it, you could say, oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. The other day, my husband Dan accidentally left his notebook at the local grocery store, and he didn't know where it was. He thought it was lost forever. But the next day, someone knocked on our door, and he had Dan's notebook in his hand. I think Dan had written our address in the notebook. Great idea. So when this guy, this stranger, came to our house and gave us back the notebook, I said, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. And he said to me, no problem. No problem. For him, it wasn't a big deal, and this is a casual situation. It's not formal or professional, just a guy who found Dan's notebook at the store. We were a similar age, and he just said, no problem. He also could have said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And this means that you shouldn't really think too much about their kind deed. Maybe for me, it was a big deal, especially for Dan. It was a big deal. He was really grateful that he got his notebook back. But for the guy, it wasn't a big task. So he said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. He did it out of the goodness of his heart. Isn't it nice when you meet people like that? I love those situations. So I want to tell you, thanks so much for learning English with me, for leaving such positive feedback, and for really interacting, writing comments, joining live lessons. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you. So now it's your turn. How are you gonna respond? What expression do you want to use? Which expression feels the most comfortable to you to respond to my thankfulness? In the comments below, write it out. I want you to use this as best as you can. Thanks so much, and I'll see you later. Bye. The next step is to download the free guide, Back to English Basics. I want to help you master these expressions and speak fluently. Feel free to subscribe so that you don't miss new English lessons. Thanks so much for learning with me. Bye!